Good morning, guys. Welcome out to the garden. I am just harvesting some of my outer cabbage, Brussels sprout leaves so I can do my canned greens again. And if you are new to my channel since last year's gardening and harvesting series, for canned greens, I didn't use your typical, collard greens, mustard greens. For southern style greens, you can use all your broccoli, cabbage leaves. And I have had rave reviews from everyone that's eaten them. If you like southern greens, these cook up just like it. So you can usually, at least for me, I can get 2 rounds off of my harvest of these outer leaves for making cooked greens. So they're getting really, really, really crowded in here. So this will help too with that. I don't know about you guys where you're at, but if I had my phone out here, I'd show you our forecast. For the last 2 days, it's been nothing but rain. Same for the next 10-day forecast, just straight rain. So it's kind of tricky. You got to find these little bands and these little windows to get out here and do any kind of harvesting. But hey, let's take a look back at what I was battling with the slugs very early. Get away from there. A slug, a baby slug. Maybe, yeah, a baby slug. All right, so I need to get in here with some Sluggo. I'll put some Sluggo down. It's just like a sprinkle powder that you can put down to keep slugs out. Yep, there's another one. I put that Sluggo down. I'll also throw a clip in here of what my brassicas usually look like every year because I battle the cabbage moths so bad. And this year, I mean, look, not a single hole, nothing to be found. This is the first year I'm using cover that's been up ever since I transplanted them out here, and it's working phenomenally. I will leave the link to these row covers in the description below. A lot of people always ask where I got them. We're not affiliates or anything, and honestly I have a couple issues with just the design. So I'm on the back side of it now, and this side doesn't flip up. There's no zippers, and you have to tie it down. These are little ties to the base so that the wind doesn't catch it. So I've got to go through here and untie it to get on this back side to harvest. And to be honest with you, they're not the most affordable thing, and I think if I hadn't been in a, I don't know, been in a better state of mind. When I had planned for row covers this year, I probably would have just built something with PVC pipe and bought, oh, what's that material? You know, material like this that you can buy at the store, you know, fabric shop. And it would have been much more affordable. So, I mean, I'll continue to use these, and I think the frames are going to hold up really great, and likely what will happen over time is the netting will wear away, and then I'll just come back and replace it with fabric with like clips that I can clip onto the frame, and then I can easily get in both sides. So while it looks beautiful and it looks very nice in the garden beds, I don't know that I would necessarily recommend it. So I was able to fill up one whole basket. I bought these baskets new this year, just easy wash and tote baskets. So one whole basket's full, and I was pushing it down hard from that other side of the bed, and I still have a whole bed behind me to harvest. So we'll have more than enough to restock the pantry with greens. And I do need to get in here and tie up some more of my tomatoes too. I'm gonna have a bumper crop of tomatoes for sure. And cabbage leaves, in my opinion, make excellent weed cover. So any of the cabbage leaves that I am leaving away because they're just yellowed and old, I'll just lay them around the garden for chop and drop weed cover. I have cleaned, I don't know if you guys can see all this green right here, and there's a ton over there. I can't tell you how much forage I've pulled out of this garden. And I told Todd last night when we were out here, I need to come out here and pull more again. So much self-seeding. I've never had it like that much before from the borage. Oh, I just saw my potatoes behind you are flowering. That's fun. I got lazy and stopped using my knife. Just easier to just snap them off. The onions are finally really starting to take off. Well, that's it. All of that is going to be turned into probably, I would guess, about 15 pints of cooked Southern style greens. This morning I got to go in, put some ham hocks and onions in the Instapot to get going. I won't bring you a video on it because I'm doing the exact same thing I did last year, but I will link that video down in the description below if you're interested. It's a day process to get it done, but it's so delicious if you like Southern greens. But I need to go through here and get some tomatoes staked up. I'm really surprised how well these tomatoes are growing against the fence row. I mean, they're seriously just growing in topsoil covered by wood chips. And I'm sure I gave them a little all-purpose fertilizer. But there's tomatoes on them, tons of flowers. They're doing really great. It'll be interesting to see if I deal with like blossom end rot or anything on them. And they are... I guess maybe you noticed when I was pruning my tomatoes, I never leave any tomato leaves in the garden that I'm pruning. I always pick them up when I'm done and throw them away. Pulling off tons of suckers as I go, and that's just almost an everyday thing. Just trying to keep my tomato jungle under management. But that's probably going to be what I wrap up out here in the garden today. I'm sure I'm going to putz around a little bit. But if you saw anything in the garden that I haven't given you an update on, or that you're interested in learning or seeing, or me just sharing with you, leave it in the comments below and I will make sure to get back with you. And it just kind of gives me ideas. Sometimes I feel like I'm always just doing the same thing over and over again. But if there's something specific that you saw and you're interested in me coming out here and sharing with you, I'll take a look at the comments and see if we can't come up with something. It is going to be raining, like I said, the rest of the week, but I'll try to pick some of those little bands of windows and get out here and get a video out to you guys. Talk to you later.